It has been a little over 6 months since my last upload. Hopefully not another goes by the time my next one is. And
I know what you're thinking, Zach, you look like the guy from Blue's Clues. I know I am auditioning to be the next Steve. Would you lie for money? What if that money was inside of a golden ball? What if that money wasn't technically actually inside a golden ball, but the amount of money that you could possibly win was printed inside on that golden ball? Have I lost all my viewers yet? There was a British game show called Golden Balls, hosted by Jasper Carrot. And before we even get started, I want to shout out my friend Jacob, who showed me funny clips of this show, like senior year of high school, many years ago. This one's for you, buddy. He's not dead, but he's getting married, so he might as well be, right? Essentially how it works is there are 100 balls in a golden bank, all allotting values from 10 to 75,000 pounds. Don't be alarmed, that's not how much they weigh. That's just the silly way British people call money. 12 of these balls go down this Rube Goldberg-like contraption and into the mixer where Amanda Grant, or the balls assistant? Okay. Drops in 4 killer balls. If you're doing the math, or maths at home, that's 16 balls that are split up amongst the 4 contestants. That's 4 each if you didn't pass those quick maths tests that you had to do in elementary school. Without even looking yet, the contestants choose which 2 balls they want to put in their front row and which 2 they want to put in their back row. The 2 in the front, they open up and they show to everybody else, but only they can see the balls in their back row. No peeking. No peaky blindness. This is where shenanigans ensue. But first, let's meet our contestants. The one time I don't have an actual microphone, I decided to do a bit where I'm supposed to be holding a microphone. First off, we have Matt from Birmingham, who at the age of 17 spent his life savings of 500 pounds on Coke cans? Just to win some silly prizes, I guess.
But we won some nice prizes, some CDs, some computer games, and some aerobatic flying lessons, which I took a friend on.
Is 500 pounds a lot for a 17-year-old's life savings to be? I feel like that's really not that much. You know what? No, I changed my mind. Most 17-year-olds now are probably banking on the fact that their TikTok creator fund will finally pay off somehow. There's Sam from London, who grew up always wanting to be a mom. Kind of weird.
I've got 5 younger brothers, and I've always done the nappy change, bottle making.
Yes.
Okay, so she grew up taking care of 5 younger brothers, and she still wanted to be a mom when she grew up.
Yeah, she's 11 months. She'll be 1 in 7 weeks. So,
What's her name?
Wait, what?
She's 11 months. She'll be 1 in 7 weeks.
11 months should be 1 in 7 weeks.
We have Judy from
Cannock.
Honestly, I was making jokes, but I have no idea what this guy is saying. Before you Brits get mad at me making these jokes, it's okay. I spent 2 weeks in London, and I was dancing with a man in a British club. Not like that. And he essentially called me an honorary Londoner, so it's okay. Okay, but what I do know about Judy is that she did drive a car into a ditch when she was 13 years old, trying to impress her mates.
I was trying to show off to my new mates. I know where I landed, in hospital, because I drove it straight into a ditch.
Last, and certainly not least, we have Owen from Limerick. And if there's one thing we know about Owen, this guy likes to fish.
Yeah. I love fishing.
How many has he caught in his life? I'm sorry, 2? He's only caught 2 fish in his whole life?
I've caught 2, Jasper.
2?
Yes.
Look, I haven't fished since I was like 9, and I know that I've caught more fish in my life than that. Since he's from Limerick, how about one? Owen rides out on his canoe. He claims to be a fishing guru, but much to his chagrin, his luck's been quite thin. When it comes to fish, he's caught only 2.
As an entrepreneur, I hope the other players will take a calculated risk.
I am obsessed with golden balls and know all the tricks.
I'm just like Steve from Blue's Clues, and I'm here to sleuth out the competition. Now that we're 10 minutes into this show, we can finally talk about what it's actually about. British people yelling and arguing to each other, desperately trying to make it to the next round.
You know,
They all
totally.
get all our balls get mixed up, guys, and then they go back in.
You're only guaranteed from you, Matt, 1,300.
So what's happening here? Essentially, the only way you even have a chance to win any money in this show is to make it to the final round. And to do that, you either need to be given good values of balls, or lie about the values of balls that you actually have. See, you want to carry as much money as possible over into the next round to have the biggest potential jackpot at the end of the game, but there's also the aforementioned killer balls, which, as the name may imply, you do not want to take to the next rounds because they could immensely screw you over in the future. It's funny when someone says,
But like I said, I'm here to play a very honest game.
in a game show where it's socially acceptable to lie, that means absolutely nothing.
Trust, no, I think it's down to who we can trust and who's going to split.
This goes on for minutes.
And I've got large cash amount, and I'm here to split today. I want to make it a worthwhile day.
I want to just chillin', bro. Yeah, I've only caught 2 fish in my whole life, ain't it? Now that they've somewhat come to a decision, they get to vote Survivor style who they want to boot off. So you really want to vote for the person who has the weakest value to killer ball combo, or the person that you just think you can trust the least? But before we see that, how about a commercial break? Please hire me, anybody.
How would you like to play Golden Balls and win £2,000?
Me? Yeah. Me, I would.
And all you have to do is count how many £2,000 balls there are.
Three. There's three of them.
Were there A, 2, B, 3?
B.
All you have to do is call us with your answer on 0901 293 7000.
Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please press the number and dial again. No es posible realizar la llamada tal y
Well, that was disappointing. Okay, who do you guys think is going to get voted off? Matt? I don't know if you can trust him.
The fourth and final vote is for Matt.
Oh. Well, that was anticlimactic. Now, Judy and Owen just get to decide between themselves who they want to go since they didn't have any votes towards them. Okay, they trust Matt, and I feel kind of bad for Sam, but Matt, I changed my mind. I think he is there to play an honest game.
Is this 16,000 or is it something a little less?
Obviously a lot more money than you've thrown away. It's 1,600. Sorry guys, but...
And he lied. They said they trusted him, and it just immediately backfired.
Give her a kiss from us.
Come on, editor. You had to leave in the shot of her missing, putting the ball in the hole. You couldn't have just reused a different shot. Well, it looks like she is going to be the one crying, not her baby. I'll work on that one.
They'll be consumed by the void.
So Sam's balls were binned and are no longer in play, and the balls assistant takes the rest and puts them back in the mixer, where 2 more cash balls are added, but 1 more killer is also added. This round, each contestant gets 5 golden balls, 2 go in the front that everybody sees, and 3 go in the back that only they see.
My husband Chris has told me to steal, and I'm a very obedient wife.
I don't know why, but that makes me very uncomfortable.
I'd like to jump in straight away.
I'm sorry,
all of
Matt,
my balls.
I was talking.
I'm
sorry, I've got...
Okay, calm down, everyone. They just want to get right in. They won't even give Jasper a chance to let them kick it off. They just start going at it, saying that they want to say, I want to say this, I want to say this. Just give the man a second. It's honestly just more of the same, arguing and bickering and deliberation.
Jasper, I've been honest the whole way through, right the whole way through the game, and I'm here to split Matt.
That's right. Honestly, best policy, and my boy Owen lives by it.
I'm playing a very honest game, and I'll definitely split in the end.
Take a shot every time someone says they're here to play an honest game, and you'll need more than golden balls to get you out of a hospital. Unless you do live in the UK where healthcare is free. Okay, time to vote again. Let's see.
How would you like to play Golden Ball?
No. Not another commercial. You're not fooling me again. This is the deal. Someone has to be lying because there are 4 killer balls in play. Matt says he has 1. Owen has 1 for sure because everyone can see it and says he has another, which makes 3. And Judy claims to have none.
Owen.
Come on, man. You're really trying to do my boy like that?
Judy.
Actually, that's not very surprising. So Judy gets voted out with 2 votes against her, but the other vote was for Owen, so that means Judy voted for Owen, so that means she would rather have Matt in the final than Owen? What? As it turns out, Judy wasn't lying and didn't have any killers. So this is when Owen realizes that he screwed up for the 2nd time for believing Matt, because that means that Matt has to have the killer.
Unfortunately.
It is.
No, it can't be. Owen, this isn't you, man. Matt looks a little bit betrayed that Owen lied, but honestly, I don't even think he cared because as we know, he probably would have done the exact same thing. It looks like she's cruising for a bruising. I don't know, man. It's 10 o'clock. I'm tired. So now there's only 6 cash balls left, and a 5th killer ball has been added by the balls assistant, so almost half of them are killers. Now, the liars have to work together to bring as much money as possible to the final round. And they agree all those lying shenanigans are in the past. That was like 7 minutes ago. People change, man. The potential jackpot is £31,950, which could be better, but still nothing to faff about. Now, this part confused me. I think they're literally just taking turns randomly choosing a ball to bin and then a ball to win, with 5 balls moving on to the last round. And obviously, you want to bring as much money as possible into those winning spots. But here's the thing. Remember those killer balls I kept mentioning earlier? Each killer ball you choose as a win knocks a 0 or a naught off the total jackpot number. So if so far you have £19,000 worth of winnings and you pull a killer, that takes a 0 off and brings it down to £1,900, a significant loss. And from the way I took it, there's just absolutely no strategy, and they're just completely guessing as to which ball they want to choose to win and which one they want to bin and get rid of. Getting on with it, Matt chooses a killer to bin, nice, and £11,000 to win, which you think is good, but it's actually not great that 11,000 is the first one that you pick, because that means there's more potential for a killer in the future and to knock off the 0 off that 11,000. So it's good if you don't have any killers, but with how many they have potential of grabbing, not great. Still not a bad start. There's a fruity high five thrown in the middle there. Owen chooses a killer to bin, nice, but unfortunately also chooses a killer to win. So that means it brings the 11,000 that Matt just pulled down to £1,100. Okay, so fast forwarding a little bit because this is getting long enough. We're to a point where Matt chooses a killer to bin, but now he only has 2 balls left, a cash value and a killer. And so it's essentially a 50-50 shot at a jackpot of £290 because a killer would knock off the current jackpot potential. It would take off another 0. Or it would add 15K to the current jackpot potential, making the 2,900 17,900. And it all comes down to Matthew. Can I call you Matthew? Come on, this is it.
15.
Yes! I knew he could do it! I knew he could completely guess randomly and pick the right one. I guess. I probably just blew out my audio right there. Okay, this is it. This is what we've been working towards the whole video. Split or steal. So they have the £17,900 sitting right there. Not actually right there. It's the values, and I presume that they're actually going to be given that amount if they win, and the producers are just trying to pull a fast one on them. Each contestant is given 2 more balls each, the most important of the whole game, a split and a steal. This is like one of those old psychology conundrums. What do you... I don't think they call them conundrums scientifically. Whatever the name for those, like the problem with the train tracks, and you choose. How about I just explain it instead of going on about nothing? Both will get to choose either the split or the steal, and this is where it gets spicy. So listen up. If they both choose the split ball, pretty self-explanatory. They split the money down the middle, 50-50. Everyone wins, except Sam and Judy and the balls assistant, because she still is known to me by that nickname. As Jasper's probably making a good amount of money from this. If one chooses the split ball and the other chooses a steal ball, the person who chose the steal ball gets all of the money, and the one who chose split gets $0. If they're both selfish liars, as we learned to this point is maybe possible, then they both get nothing, and this whole thing was pointless. They do get a final deliberation period, but at this point, it's just kind of like impossible to tell if the other person is lying and are gonna actually do what they say or not. This is a deal with our men, Matt and Owen. They agree to split it. They agree. They keep going. They're like, you're not gonna change your mind. I don't want any of this changing your mind at the last second. I've seen this show before. I know what people do. You're not changing your mind, right?
100%.
Right, okay, that's...
Because I don't want any last minute, you know, you see it all the time. There was a girl recently...
And they have a gentleman's shake, and can't break a gentleman's handshake. Oh my gosh, this is the most tense moment of the show. Okay. Yes, let's go, baby. I am so relieved, and I am literally winning 0 money right now. The boys share a hug and one last high five, and they both get to walk away with 8,950 pounds before tax. And then you think about it, and you're like, is it even really worth it? And then you remember, you know what? Game shows aren't even about the money. It's for the entertainment of millions. It's about the funny answers that people give. It's the crazy looks that Steve Harvey gives the contestants. It's the playing Wheel of Fortune or Trivial Pursuit on the Wii or Nintendo Switch with your best friends. But you know what? It would be nice to have 8,950 pounds right now. So yeah, that's Golden Balls. I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out some of my other videos. Subscribe, like, do all that garbage, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.